This is the support resistance indicator. There are four types: support in green, resistance in red. Old resistance becoming new support, and old support becoming new resistance. I will read the rules, but the first line is always in the sequence. The first line to be drawn is always going to be whichever of these two comes first. A green, red, high combination, like here, or a red, green, low combination, like here. In this case, this is the first one, and therefore is the first line to be drawn, and in this case it is the support. A green-red anchor combination, mark the level at the green anchor. That is our support. Then we look for either a new resistance or a new support, whichever comes first. Looking for a new support, the price has to move 3/4 of an ATR below resistance or reversed resistance. Well, we don't have that, so we have to look for a new resistance. Price must move 3/4 of an ATR above support, and that is what we will do now. This is our measuring tool, and it is 3/4 of an ATR. Price moves 3/4 of an ATR above the support level, and then we form our green red anchor high combination, allowing us to mark the red anchor resistance. the resistance ends when we have two consecutive anchor lows closing above the resistance. We now convert the resistance to support. Old resistance, new support. This old resistance, new support, is called reversed support. It ends when either a new support level forms or two anchor highs form below it. In this case, a new support level forms prior that happening. Once we have our new reverse support, we look for new resistance. This happens when we have our combination of, first, a movement of 3/4 of an ATR, followed by a combination of a green-red anchor high. At that point, we mark the green high as our resistance level, starting at that point there. Once that red anchor that combination is complete, and then we look for our next level of resistance or support. The next one to come is in fact support. In the meanwhile, the old resistance turned new support continues to run until a new level of support is found. That occurs when price moves 1/3 of an ATR below the old or the current resistance, and a combination of a red-green anchor high forms, giving us our support level over here. This will hold until we have an end of support, which is two anchor highs in succession below it, or another support. In this case, two anchor lows below that support line occur here. And this transforms the old support into new resistance from that point on there. That will last until we get a new resistance level, but that doesn't happen until here. In the meantime, we continue to look for another support or resistance. In this case, support comes first. Price moves 3/4 of an ATR below, and a red-green anchor combination occurs over here. One there, red, green. Take the low, that marks us our support. That will hold until a new support level occurs or two green anchor highs form below it. That does not happen for quite some time, and this is where our next support level is. So our support level will last all this time. In the meantime, a new resistance level forms when prices move 3/4 of an ATR above the old or the current support level. The criteria is met with this combination. The old resistance is terminated, the new resistance is drawn, and ends when we have two anchor highs above it. We convert the resistance to support and look for a new resistance level, which happens almost simultaneously because both criteria are met for that. 3/4 of an ATR movement above the resistance level and a combination of a green red. That gives us our resistance, and then we wait for the next one. Price moves, eventually we get a new resistance level over here, a support rather, because price has moved 3/4 of an ATR away below from the current resistance level, and we form a new support level once we get these two anchor combinations as seen there. I want to draw your attention to the end of this resistance level when we have two anchor lows above it. We convert the resistance to new support, but it goes back to resistance because two anchors form below it again and puts us back to where we were. Note, price did not move away up above the ATR threshold, which did not allow us to find a higher resistance level. The sequence moves forward in this manner. Price eventually comes back and we have two anchor lows above the resistance level. We convert those into a support and look for the next level of resistance, which is moving up to here where we have the criteria of anchor high, green and red in combination, and there's our resistance level. Distance met and note that this will continue until there, as this one does as well. Again, we have a conversion, and this goes back to resistance when these two get over here.